it brings the worms. My leaves bring the worms to the yard, so therefore it's better than y'all's. Therefore, ha. All right, let's talk composters here. Feeding time for the worms. Yes, these are hot dogs. You see worms all over the place in here. This is the lid for my worm bin. It's a regular garbage can lid. I cut the top off a food safe 55-gallon barrel, and I leave my composter like that. Okay, when I put this down, some of the worms fall off over here. For now, believe it or not, this right here was filled to the top. That's all the dirt the worms composted. And maybe once a week, another thing right here, I got worm tea right here. Water this down. Like I will put like 1 part of this and 2 parts water. 1 part of this and 2 parts water to feed your plants. Now, what I put the bag here for is, this is where I rotate my dirt. I gotta put a lock here. This is what I didn't do yet. Okay, so I lift this up, and I'm gonna put a hinge right here so I can open the door better. But you see all the worms right there already? All the night crawlers and all the worms. So my shovel fits in here. So I dig this out once a week and I put it on the top. I dig this out and I put it on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna dig this out right now. Let me see if I can get you somewhere looking at. Plastic in here from my shredder. You throw your mail in the shredder. I would try to pull that out to the side. Then you take this. And you just put it back on the top. It's all full of worms, all full of night crawlers. See, this still got to be broken down. Look at all the worms inside of that. This is grass that still got to be broken down. One thing I would do with grass is in a little composter like this. Now I keep it in a bag, in a garbage bag outside, and little by little I work it into the compost. I don't put it all at once. See this piece of plastic, get this out of here. That's when you cut the grass. Get that out of there, a piece of plastic. There's leaves. Here's for my shredder. So little by little when I come down here, I work on that. And I gotta sweep all that up to get that in here. But then you just make sure everything is under dirt, and you don't have to get everything from the bottom, but I do rotate it around. Or I got the shovel, and what I'll do is I'll dig a hole in the side somewhere. You dig a hole in the side, and with your hole in the side, you throw everything in. We had a cookout, and this was all the leftover hot dog buns or hamburger buns. You put all those in the side, and then you just cover this up. But let me tell you this, I'm gonna have to get some more from the bottom, because all this does have to be covered up. You don't want bugs in your house. You get all that underneath the dirt, and then it don't get bugs in the house. And not only that, when you have it covered up with that, it really does help. A worm got off the top. It really does help. So let me sweep all this up and put this on the top, then I'll show you the other compost bin. Now this is a food safe barrel. It was used for vanilla extract, but I got to cut line down here, put hinges right here, and put this so I could open this so it could swing all the way open and stay closed. I just have it temporarily with that right here. I got pretty much what I need over here, but I am gonna need to take some of these worms right here, and I'll show you why. All right, here's compost bin number 2, the roller one. We'll go over both of them. That's the rolling compost bin. Got to put more water in there, but once you get it going, you can flip it over. You need 2 hands. That's the bottom, but I don't put that on the bottom because I don't want the stuff to drain out. Kind of, I want the worms. They'll get out the bottom if you put that down. But you mix this around. But before I fully mix it around, this got 2 mowings in it right now. 2 mowings. You feel the heat in there. That does store a lot of heat. There's dirt in there, but I put the worms on top. You need to kickstart it so the worm manure, the worm castings, and the worms will also start breaking that down and start eating that up. So this right here is more labor intensive. Oh, this one. This one right here is more labor intensive. The only thing good about this one is it has the door already. I gotta make my door for the other one, but you do have to. Me myself, I prefer the red wigglers breaking down the compost and the casting. They can eat anything and turn it into organic materials. So my garden right here is a lot of worm juice, worm casting. That's what a lot of my garden is right here. And you see how vibrant my, look at, I got like 4 foot tall Tabasco peppers, 4 foot tall. These tomato plants are up and over. I'm still getting cucumbers, look at, still getting cucumbers with no sun. Still getting cucumbers with no sun. Another one over there. These are aromas, blueberries, asparagus. Look at these cherry tomatoes. I had to tie them up, they're falling over. Look at them. They're still looking at giving me cherry tomatoes. And my yellow bells. I love yellow bells. Oh, look at these yellow bells. These are about 6 feet tall. So get your own compost. Now at the end of the season, they had a party, that's why there are balloons there. With a little shovel, I'm digging all this up right here. And you see the fallen tomatoes and the leaves are all in there. And I don't mind because the fallen tomatoes and the leaves and the weeds that you cut down, I go through there with a weed whacker. It brings the worms. My leaves bring the worms to the yard, so therefore it's better than y'all's. Therefore, haha. No, but honestly, that's why I got all the leaves in there. I hit them with the weed whacker and I mess them up or whatever, because it does bring the more worms to the area. So anyways, this was about composting. Let me go back over here to about composting. So this enviro does make it easier to turn everything, So this is awesome with that. In the wintertime, believe it or not, this is going in my basement. I got my bag here because I put my grass clippings in here. I put my grass clippings in there for my grass. I'll put some of it in here or in the basement. If the basement is looking really low, I'll put some of the grass clippings in there. And then this right here is grass, leaves, vegetables, fruits, everything. And that's the black. Now that black is the worm castings, but this right here you can mix with your soil, and you mix it with your soil and it's amazing. So at the end of the season, I'm digging out the cinder block soil, I'm putting it in this soil, and I'm putting in the blue one in the basement with the worms, and then next season I put it back in the pots and there's already nutrients in them ready to grow. All right, I'll show you how to turn this one around, and I'm mixing it around for one to get the manure from the worms, and the worms get all this jump started. So it spins it around, mixes the dirt in there. Of course, the more you spin it, the more it's going to get mixed up. Then you close it. This is going to need a bigger lock. And like I said, me personally, since I have worms in here, this is not just a regular compost bin. I leave this like this so the worms can't escape. These blue barrels are food safe barrels. I picked them for 20 bucks. Cut them in half. That's asparagus. This is carrots. That's carrots. And one's a composter. Alright. Talk to you later. And I'm gonna pick up more of these because it's gonna have 2 rain barrel connectors also. So that's how I'm starting off my season for next year with my dirt. My own homemade super soil. Talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.